there any like leather workers I could buy leather from?
Make a perception check.
Don't buy shit from the
See,
carpet guy.
On a different day than Heskar, when he went to go work in the armor or on his weapon, you take a little trip over to the marketplace and look for somebody who's specifically working with leather and those kinds of materials. And there's nobody hanging around that is like you don't see anybody who fits the bill.
Okay. How about just anyone that might be selling, just straight up leather? Because I want to ask Heskar to make something for me after I design it.
Yeah, there is a tool merchant hanging out.
Okay. How much would a
Woodchuck.
Chuck,
Okay.
chuck.
how much would it cost to buy, I guess, two good sized chunks of leather, like I don't know, like 3x6 hides or whatever?
$6 gold for the 3.
Okay. And does this tool merchant also sell thieves' tools?
I'm looking right now.
Okay, okay.
Doesn't look like it. He does have, however, a gnomish army knife and a gnomish tinderbox.
What do those do?
Looking at the army knife, he picks it up and starts showing it to you, and he starts unfolding the different devices on it. And there's 5 separate artisans' tools on there, and you get to pick what they are if you pay for it.
Oh, how much is that?
100 gold.
Shit.
Spot
I
you,
would
I
like
guess.
to keep that in mind.
Sound the conch. I will hear it.
Yep. I'm gonna keep
He might not be here.
to pass the info on to Heskar next time I see him, and I would like to buy that leather after I get my guard wages.
Okay.
You said it was 6 gold for the 3 pieces or whatever?
Yep.
Okay. So that'd leave me at 19. And I'd like to give that 19 to Knox as part of my debt to him. And I suppose I'm gonna be living off my rations, so I should take away.
Okay, well, are you gonna like go and tell Heskar specifically like this same day, because he might not be here after the day that you're seeing him. There's a lot of people coming in and out of the town now.
Right. Yeah, I'd like to tell him as soon as possible, because that seems like a pretty nice find for a pretty affordable price.
So he shows you what it is, and when he says 100 gold, you just like you don't have that on you, so you just go like, okay, 1 second, and just sprint back to the.
Like
You
Forrest
find-
Gump.
I'm-
Before
I'm
I
in the-
sprint
I'm in
off,
the
I pop the
blacksmith.
hood up so no one sees me sprint away.
You Naruto.
Yeah, Naruto arms behind the arm, behind
Everybody
the
sees
back.
you fucking anime running. I'm probably in the smithy, just like working on my mace.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I call it the
Oh.
instant transmission.
Yeah.
so
Is this was this
follow-
before or after I did the guard work?
After.
Okay, so currently I have 19 on me with that leather, and I want to be like, Heskar, dude, bro, check it.
Bang,
Found this
bang,
shopkeeper.
bang.
He's got what he
Uh-huh.
calls a
Gnomish.
gnomish pocket knife, or gnomish army knife.
I'm sorry, what?
Dude selling a gnomish
Where
army
is it?
knife. Follow me. He's only, dude, only 100
Where is it?
golds. Come on, let's fucking go, man. Let's
Just
go.
like I run in front of him, just like pointing at every turn.
Wrong way, wrong.
Right
Just follow me, man.
Just
Just follow
this
me.
way, this way. He's
No,
there.
no, just get
Where?
behind. Watch where I'm going.
You're going too slow. I'm just like running as
I'm
fast
dashing.
as I
I'm
can.
using a dash action.
You don't have. You're not in combat. It's
All right, I lead him to
both
the
of
guy.
you make athletics checks.
Okay.
Sorry, my dude. I'm so sorry.
Did you get a nat 20?
No, I got 22.
Oh, I got 19. He's quicker.
All right. So it starts off with Wainwright just turning around and running back, it's like, follow me. And then seconds later, you just hear as Escar's like, I know where the fucking mark is, and just runs past you.
Just fucking dust cloud.
Fucking cartoon
And
stuff.
do I recognize where the guy is, or which merchant it is as soon as I get into the marketplace?
Perception check.
Oh, we're hitting today. 18.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You see all the tools like behind him, and also on the small like table that he has set up in front of him. And your eyes just hone in like.
I sprint full
It's like-
speed at him, and I like
Carry.
dig my feet into the ground, so I stop like right in front of it. I grab in my pocket. I don't say anything to him. I just slam 100 gold on the whatever fucking table he's got, and I snatch up that pocket knife.
And a few seconds later, after he shows up, you see me just peek my head around back from behind his shoulder, hood
I'm
still up, just
I'm just
smiling.
like sitting there, just staring at it, just.
So,
Yeah, he's also got a ton of other tools too.
At the moment, I'm just interested in this one, but I might take a peek after I get done salivating. So,
All right, so there are 5 artisan's tools that are a part of this army knife, and you get to pick what they are.
let me see.
I'm gonna tell you guys something too, because you never ever would have afforded the thing. The furniture guy, one of his items that he had was 50,000 gold, but it's a mirror of life trapping.
Oh God, what is
Sounds like something awesome.
that?
It is probably the best thing I've ever heard of in D&D. It's a 4-foot tall mirror. If it's viewed indirectly, its surface shows faint images of creatures. It weighs 50 pounds, has an AC of 11, 10 hit points, and vulnerability to bludgeoning damage. It shatters and is destroyed when reduced to 0 hit points. But if it's hanging on a vertical surface and you're within 5 feet of it, you can use an action to speak its command word and activate it. Once it's activated, if something other than you walks within 30 feet of it, it has to make a charisma saving throw or be trapped in the mirror in like an extra dimensional cell, along with anything it's wearing or carrying. There's 12 extra dimensional cells.
call Bradshaw. When he sends people to Dimension X or whatever.
Phantom Zone.
Yeah, it's like the Phantom Zone.
There's 12 of those extra dimensional cells. The creature doesn't age. They don't need to eat, drink, or sleep. They can escape if they use some kind of magic that permits planar travel, but otherwise they're confined to the cell until you free them.
Dude. That's fucking sick.
You can also use a separate command word when you're within 5 feet of it, to speak the name of one of the creatures trapped in the mirror, and it appears as an image on the mirror's surface, and then you two can communicate normally.
Oh God, it's like a cell and an interrogation room all rolled into one.
You can also use another action or another command word to free one of the creatures. They just get like popped out with all their stuff.
Here's a question.
supplies?
What happens to the people in the jail cells if the mirror gets destroyed?
They all go free.
Oh, okay.
Neat.
That's pretty cool.
So 1,
Oh, and I want to give,
2.
whenever I run into Nox next, I want to give him that 19 gold I got left.
Are you making note of how much you
Think? Because
You had like 800 something that you owed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay,
That happens.
keeping tabs. Because I'm not keeping tabs.
Okay.
50.
Wilson.
Oh.
I have the tools that I somehow flip out of this pocket knife, which I legitimately have no clue how it would even contain them, but I'm still so happy that it does.
The Omish Army knife, dude.
Yeah, true. All right, so it is going to have weaver's tools. Weavers would be like sewing and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Leather workers' tools. Jeweler's tools. Cartographer's tools. And brewer's supplies.
A bottle opener.
Nice.
Maybe, yeah.
Are you proficient with any of those?
Just
Just curious.
The fucking bottle opener.
Are you proficient with any of those?
Not at all, but I have them.
Okay.
So I can just
Cool.
whatever skill you want. It's just going to be my stat. But I'm so glad I have them now.
It's probably just going to be wisdom for any of those.
Okay. Well, either way, I mean that's
Just like to generally use tools.
That's my top shelf stat. Well, no, actually, it's not. Constitution and strength are, but whatever. It's a 3 still, so that's good.
Cha, dude.
I'll get good with them someday. I'll work on my micro brews, and then I'll actually take the plunge and make Swiftguard Brewery.
Ooh, that should really.
That's gonna be when we retire.
Yeah.
That should be a
way
real
down
thing.
Oh yeah.
Way down.
And could I pass on my idea to you now with that leather?
After I'm flipping through everything, I kind of look up what.
Oh, I bought this leather, and I'm wondering if you could make me a sturdy belt with a lot of pouches, easily accessible pouches.
Think about how you want it laid out. Give me those designs, and I'll see what I can do. I have the supplies now, and I flip out the leather workers tools on the army knife.
I just tossed him a quick little surfer dude hand signal. It's a Krakenheim favorite.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Then I leave and go to try find Knox, and then just work on my utility belt plans. You guys want anything?
Yeah. I
Downtime,
do.
my dudes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Bradshaw, go ahead and make a performance check.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
And are you going to be just doing this every day throughout the 2 weeks?
I mean, yeah, on and off. I'm definitely gonna be a leisurely man about it.
I can't hear you.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, on and off. I'm gonna be pretty leisurely about it though. I'm not gonna be hardcore, sit there for a full work day type of situation.
But do you do it every day?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So, mark down 56 gold that you gained over the 2 weeks.
Sweet.
What kind of performances do you do?
Free bird.
A lot of looting, the loots. Dude, I actually bust out my pan flute because I haven't messed with that too much. So I've been busting that out, doing some folksy jaunts about chicken shit coops up in Hingland.
You don't know any other songs as a bard? You're always singing about those shit chicken coops.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, dude, it's one of the key features. I mean, it's a big part of life up there. You gotta, at least acknowledge it. Most folks.
And a lot of it is
all the
euphemisms.
Don't you know any other songs?
Oh, dude, it's not the same song. And especially if I'm doing a pan flute, I'm not singing. It's just conveying the emotions of the person day-to-day life dealing with chicken shit.
Chicken shit could be sad. It could
I
be
feel
happy.
I feel like you're the D&D equivalent of a country singer. You just you rephrase stuff, but you're really the subject matter never changes.
Yeah. It's true. You can say that with most music, but yeah, it's true.
Yeah, true.
It's just the rural nature of it, yeah.
Yeah.
He has different genres. I can give him that. He's got the classical lute. He's got the pan flute.
Yeah, dude, I got something else too.
You got
I got a
bongos.
horn, my dude.
You got a horn.
Yeah,
Just like a one-note horn.
I guess.
Just blow a horn.
Little bugle man. maybe,
okay.
or like or like one of those long ass horns that I don't know.
Ricola? Like,
Yeah, no, not that. Like like when you see in castles and shit, and there's a king, and then he's coming, and then dudes lift up those big long horns with flags on them and start blowing in them.
oh, those, yeah.
Could be that too. I don't know.
Triumph horns.
But I mean, yeah, dude, it's a lot of pan flute. My looting, I start singing a song I've been working on throughout this time in my head. Conveying my my change from a aloof and so some would say oafish.
Some may say.
Little halfling to now becoming a little bit more hardened, a little more real.
Okay.
Dude,
I was gonna-
like, not that, but yeah, a little more stout than I already was, and through all of the things we've been through and all the things I've seen, it's hardened my heart a little bit. Not the same happy-go-lucky little guy that was there at the beginning.
You got a lot to say. It sounds like. Good thing we got.
You spent a
weeks.
fortnight to do this? Yeah.
Oh, dude, I've been working on that song. Ooh, it's like an epic poem type of situation.
I dig it.
Sometimes
Nox?
it takes most of my day to do it.
What's that?
Nox, did you want to specifically try and find an artisan or
Yeah,
maybe
I wanted
a
I wanted
library?
to do research for sure as part of my downtime. And I do want to do some herbalism stuff.
Okay. So further research, would you try and find a library or do you try and find an artisan? You can do both, but I just want to know like in the order that you're doing them.
Yeah, library first.
Okay. So going back to Blackwell's Keep, you encounter some staff that has now been hired to kind of just inventory what's in there and get a count of, all the lavish furnishings in there. And you ask around, making your way to the library, and go ahead and make an intelligence check.
$14.
And what kind of book are you looking for specifically?
Creatures or mythical creatures or anything that I am not aware of. Like not foresty, like deer and skunks and squirrels or whatever, weasels. Like creatures that are foreign to me.
Okay, so you make your way more over into the arcane section of the Dewey Decimal System here, and
They still got that, huh?
you find yourself a catalog of monsters. It lists various monsters that have been encountered just, throughout the ages. Their behaviors, their capabilities, some attributes to them, things like that.
Can I inquire to like a librarian or somebody about this book?
Sure, there's a young lady wandering about, putting books on the shelf, and
Excuse me.
Yes.
Could you tell me more about this book?
she walks over and looks down at the page and recognizes what the book. Yes, that is our catalog of monsters. Quite a frightening read on some dark nights.
Could you tell me, I haven't perused it. Do you know for sure if this has a creature called the doppelganger in it?
Well, let's see. And she comes and walks over behind you and looks over your shoulder and starts flipping through the book and goes into the D section.
He's right here.
And points you to the page describing the doppelganger.
Nice.
Okay, thank you. If I was to, can I purchase this or do I rent this?
We only lend out books. We don't sell them. But we could certainly lend it to you.
It's in her hair.
Is there a fee?
No, this is just Blackwell's library. Be sure to bring it back, though, in good condition.
Okay. Thank you kindly.
Don't fucking bring it back.
Okay, so you get some insight into doppelgangers. They are naturally shape changers. They can turn into any small or medium humanoid that they have seen, or back into its true self using an action. When it changes, though, its statistics, other than its size, are the same in each form. So its stats don't change if it changes into something else. Any equipment that it is wearing or carrying isn't transformed, and when this creature dies, it reverts to its true form. You learn that most doppelgangers live their lives changing into people of power for gain, whether it be wealth, power, whatever it be. They are creatures that take somebody's place and then get everything they can out of it, whatever it is that they're looking for. So it seems like this specific doppelganger was looking for power and just general wealth, and had built that up over, many years.
Uh-huh.
Got it, TK.
They are able to read thoughts just on their own. They can just read like surface thoughts of a creature within 60 feet. And they can continue to read thoughts, just concentrating on that, which gives them advantage on certain charisma checks. And really, that's all that's unique about doppelgangers. For the most part, they're just humanoid monsters, but those two things in combination make these things pretty crafty, and whenever one's around, it's not a good thing.
Just make the
Okay.
punches, with belt loops on them.
If that's all I can retain from that book, I'm just going to return it, because I just wanted to learn about doppelgangers. So I'll return it and now look for the artisan,
Depending
or
on
if I have time in the day.
Yeah, absolutely. It only takes you about like half an hour to really read through everything on the doppelganger. And then you make your way down to the marketplace. Go ahead and make a perception check.
backpack's more secure, or like insulated from sound.
What if we could put shoulder harnesses on it?
Well, I mean, like, something that's.
My
Woo, nice.
perceptions
First-
are great.
First natty 20 of the night.
So, taking a nice stroll down to the market, you are just looking back and forth at the different stalls and everything. You do see next to each other two kind of points of interest. One, a man with a LensCrafter's monocle in his eye right now, who is currently inspecting a small stone. And the stall next to that is a person who looks to be selling different types of vehicles and modes of transport.
I approached the guy looking at that rock.
Buy a sedan.
And what do you say? Because he's like really focused on inspecting this thing, so he doesn't notice you walk up.
Excuse me.
Yes. Hello. May I help you?
Possibly. I'm not sure of your craft. What do you work on here?
Oh, just really anything that needs delicate work. I can put my hands to.
And this is a rather diminutive gentleman. His nose is long and kind of crooked down, long white hair with age lines on his face.
Okay. I pull out the skin of the doppelganger and I kind of put it on the table. I don't want to like disrupt what he's got on his desk, but I ask, "What do you make of this? And could you possibly create something out of it?"
Well, let's see what you have here.
And he puts back on the jeweler's monocle, and he leans over and looks at it. And as he does, you see it kind of with using your more arcane leanings. You notice that the thing slightly glows, and then you can see the end of the monocle. It looks like it almost focuses twice. There's only one oculus, but it seems like it's getting really in there. And he looks at it and says,
Oh, this is quite unique. Where did you find a doppelganger?
I don't know if you heard, but actually, do you know of Lord Blackwell?
You're kidding.
The Lord Blackwell was actually used to be this creature, and I stole its skin.
and he turns his head and just gives a spit onto the ground and says,
Well, good riddance then. I'm glad you got rid of it.
Yeah, no problem. Could you possibly do anything with this
Took his skin.
to make it benefit me?
Boy, could I. I think I could craft you a nice cap of disguise with this. Its natural tendencies lend itself quite well to that sort of enchantment.
I see. How much would that cost?
Oh, well, let's see.
give me a moment here to look at that.
Oh, it's under $1,000.
Well, but it might take me a few days to get this done. But for resource as unique as this one, I would have to charge 10 gold per day.
That seems reasonable.
Right. Well, just leave this with me, and I'll. Where are you staying in town?
I'm staying at Gregory's. I'm not sure if you're aware. I don't even know if we know the name of the place we're staying, but I just say Gregory's Tavern or Inn.
Ah. Well, once it's complete, I'll have a messenger sent over, and you'll be notified right away.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
And he just scoops all the skin off of the table and just sets it to the side and goes back to examining the gem.
And then I also have the claws and the eyes. I don't know if the book said anything about what those properties could be, because you said the eyes were completely intact. I don't know if that's a good thing or.
Probably use it for like alchemy and stuff. Good ingredients.
If you find are able to find more information on your research of what you could do with those, I think that will give you those answers.
Okay. I'll spend some more time looking at what the claws could be made for and the eyes. And I think that was it. Eyes, claws, skin.
You'll have to probably find that information elsewhere, but you can certainly continue your research on that.
Okay, I'll do that, and then I do want to do some herbalism also.
Did you want to check out the stall next door?
Yeah, I'll inquire. How far away is it? Just right next door?
Yeah, it's about 10 feet.
Okay,
down.
I approach the other desk of the guy with the transport things.
Yes, hello? What can I do for you?
Hi, I'd like to
Where are you looking to
inquire
go?
about what you sell here.
Well, don't really have anything on hand right now as far as any animals, but I do sell I can sell you the deed to some larger sort of transport, if you'd like.
I'm listening.
Well, I can manage a carriage, a chariot. I can, if you're lucrative enough, get you a sailing ship, a long ship, or I could have a war horse arranged for you.
Viking longboat would be sick.
Can I let me hear more about these ships?
Well, we'd have to take you to a boatyard to really see them, but the deeds themselves are 10,000 gold. And like I said, I've got one on hand for a long ship and another for a sailing ship.
I'd like to inquire about this chariot.
Right. And he shows you the plans for just a simple chariot pulled by 2 horses. Looks like it's big enough for about 2 people to ride in. And he says, "Deed for this one is about 250 gold, and if you have the horses already available, then we'll give you the bridle and everything you'll need for it as well."
I actually am renting a pretty big horse. It's pretty massive. It's a type of Clydesdale, pretty beefy. Would he be able to pull this himself?
I don't see why not. Just sell you a slightly different bridle for this.
Okay.
And then he also had the the carriage.
Yeah. And what about this carriage?
The carriage, the deed is 100 gold, and it's meant to be pulled by about 4 horses. So I'm not sure that even your larger horse would be capable of pulling this one.
I see. Could I inquire more about what the carriage's compartments are? Like, how much space does this carriage have?
Comfortably seats 4 or 5.
I see.
Electric windows, electric doors,
4 or 5 people sitting.
minivan highway.
Is that Kraftwerk or something? Are you singing Kraftwerk?
It's Tim and Eric.
Tim and Eric.
Oh, Minivan Highway, yeah. I'm thinking of Autobahn or something.
4 to 5 people sitting comfortably.
Minivan highway.
Cut you.
And what else did he have? He had the carriage, the chariot, and the ship.
2 ships and like warhorse.
I'll ask about the warhorse. Tell me more about this warhorse you have here. Fine-looking steed.
There's no horse actually there. He just can sell you the deed for like the pink slips for one.
Fine-looking pink slip.
Racing for pink flips.
400 gold for the warhorse pink slips.
Tell me about this horse.
Well, we have warhorses being trained most of the time, and I believe we have a few ready right now. So if you're looking to go into a battle mounted, this would be a fine option.
Is it tame, or does it is very unruly?
Oh, we only hand them over fully trained.
Excellent. I think I'm gonna buy it.
Right. And he just puts the pink slip down on the surface in front of him and hands you a quill. Sign your name on it and hand over the gold if you want.
Yeah, how much was it?
400.